What's up? I don't know that anybody. Oh, there's two other people, three people. I'm just killing time. I noticed after I set this up that Bob's going live, so I'm gonna stop when she goes live. So what's up? I hear Ski didn't go to jail. That's cool. That's cool. Oh my gosh. Trying to think. Somebody should come and clean this garage for me. It's like really bad. Like really, really bad. Am I the only person that like doesn't know where to put something and so you like throw it in your garage and then, you know, eventually your garage is full of crap and you can't park your car in it? Or is that just me? Because that's kind of what's going on here. And it's freaking hot. How is it only June and it's like, I don't know. How warm is it here? 87 degrees. Hold on. What's the freaking humidity? It's freaking humid as hell. 37% humidity. Holy shit. How you doing, Madison? If you hear nonsense in the background, I don't know if you can hear that or not. Those are crazy people playing in a car. They're someone's children, and I don't know who they are. They definitely would never be mine. And why rolling around in a car is fun? I don't know. Holy cow, 94. That's like Arizona or something. Like that's crazy heat. I'll pass on 94. Totally pass on 94. You're so weird. My kids are weird. What is the title of Bonds Live anyway? What happened? Because I didn't see anything. It's been kind of a boring day. Recapping and addressing the factory. 92. Minnesota is 92 or 94. I thought it was cooler on that side of the lake. Well, I think it's less humid over on that side of the lake, right? Because this side of the lake, we get all the snow and humidity and whatnot. Is it really El Nino right now? I couldn't live in Minnesota because it's too close to like Sigma and Katie Joy. I'll pass. And I'd hate the twins. There's that. That's so weird. See, I thought it was just us that got the humidity on this side of the lake from it picking up moisture, like weather, whatever clouds and whatever, picking up moisture as it crosses the lake. I could freak y'all out and show y'all my pets. They're hanging out in some of them are hanging out in my garage right now. Especially like The ones I sent Bam a picture of. My snaky snakes. My toys. I just don't know how Ski got away with not going to jail today. I'm sure that his stalker is going to post what happened at some point. I didn't look to see if he did. That dude is a creep show. Does anybody else think New Jersey courts is just a freak? Like I don't know. It really just, I just feel like there should be something that should be able to be done about people that are just really weird like that. Like, I'm not defending Ski, trust me, that is not a thing. But to have someone from the internet stalk you to the point where they're showing up to your court dates and trying to get you on camera, showing up to court and all that stuff, like they're the fucking paparazzi. It's gross. It's really gross. He's super obsessed. I honestly was kind of hoping that Ski would punch him in his face. Yes, Ski would go to jail. It'd be worth it, though. If I were Ski, I would have done it just because it would have been worth it to punch him in his face for showing up and recording him in the courthouse and trying to get him outside of the courthouse and everything else. Maybe that it would make him stop, because apparently there's no legal ramifications for it. I'm not sneaky, silly milk truck. He should have. He was way better when he was just a clip channel, because he wasn't as we didn't know how creepy he was. As soon as we started going live, that's when we were like, wait a minute, you're creepy. He went from just being clips and no big deal to full on stalker. I just there's just got to be something. I think the laws really need to catch up to internet stuff, because so many of these people, it's just insane. For real insane. Streaming someone every day, looking up every single court paper, doing all that kind of stuff. But seriously, it's stalking. You're stalking them. I don't know how else you would explain that. And yet it just feels like nothing can be done. Yeah, he got his coat at Goodwill. He's like, I got this coat at Goodwill. He was all proud about it. Listen, when I grew up, shopping at Goodwill was the thing. Luckily, I didn't have any money growing up, but also I was full 90s grunge. So shopping at Goodwill was totally within my family's budget, and also was my fit the grunge thing. So it totally worked out, and it was fantastic. It's so fantastic. White t-shirts, white undershirts basically, and flannels, and whatever, piece of crap jeans and whatever. It was so fantastic. Nobody knew I was broke. Uh-oh, bad medicine's your partner in crime. Uh-oh, what have you guys been doing? This is a safe place. You can tell us. Misfit, I have an idea who you are. I saw you post in your thing something about if they looked up the talk to the police or something, they would know who you are and a few other things or whatever, and just random stuff. I think I know, and I really don't care, but I don't care who anybody is, to be honest. Wow. Mhm. Mhm. One of you two's gonna snitch. Got the FOIA I got. Like you got the FOIA, or they got a FOIA on you. You must have got a FOIA on them. Otherwise, they would know who you are. 18 hours. That's like super far. That would be like, gosh, from where they are, that from Delaware, it's got to be like Florida or something. That's like really far away. I'm trying to think. So JJJ streamed without commentary last night again of Michelle, but nobody can do anything because Michelle's the one who has to strike her for copyright to take it down. But oh, hold on. Oh my goodness. My daughter, she came out. I mentioned my animals are out here, and of course, then I'm out here doing stuff. So, of course, then my daughter's like, "Can I hold the snake?" Blah, blah, blah. So then she wants to do that and then talk to me about it and everything else. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know how yesterday Michelle didn't understand what her mod was trying to tell her about showing that she went out to eat. Like, like supposedly whatever she got money from a sub to go out to get sushi or whatever, but like streaming it while you're begging for money and like the impression that gives people, like, and then her whole excuse was like, well, I wanted them to know that I used the money the way they wanted me to, which so you can't just like send a personal photo or video to the person, or I don't know, like she's just dumb, like just stupid as fuck, just so dumb. Oh, for sure. Like YouTube is not worth missing a effing treatment. How often do you have to have treatments? Is it like once a month or once a week? I don't know anything about that stuff. Yeah, like I just don't get it. Heck, even if somebody, I don't know, if it were me and I needed money for something that I'm like fucking e-begging for, like she is, and then somebody sent me money for lunch, I would be like, I would tell them like, hey, I appreciate the lunch offer, but could I put it towards this other thing instead? Um, Whatever. Like, I would try to like talk to the person and be like, I get that you're in time and I appreciate it, but right now, what I really need is this. Like, I don't know. And then on top of it, like repeating the drinking wine and doing that whole thing, and then going home and getting shit faced and going live. And I mean, I don't know. Yeah, like that's what I meant. Like, don't get like so stupid. Right? She just doesn't hide. That's the whole thing. Like with people trying, like whoever called the welfare check on Bomb, like using like some variation of a name so that she would get blamed for it. Fucking Michelle would have live streamed her calling that in. Are you fucking kidding me? Like she doesn't hide her shit. She would have like called the welfare check on Bomb on a live or something, or like already would have self snitched. She is just not good at like hiding anything. So I don't know who called. I wouldn't put it past quite a few people. Um, like I wouldn't put it past that it was like Tara, because with all the attention that was on her, with all the stuff, like she's like, oh well, I'm gonna put the focus back onto somebody else, you know, onto anything else, so that people stop talking about me. Like I could see her doing it. I could see Hella Live doing it because apparently she did them before. I could see Bot doing it because just because. I could see it being some random person. I don't know. Well, that's the thing. Like with how crazy like some of the people are out here, like Anne Marie out of nowhere, just being like a fucking like nut. Like you don't know who's in your chat. And so, like, people saying stuff and doing the most, like, you don't know that you're not talking to, like, Anne Marie, and, you know, she's going to go out and do something insane like that. It's just, people are just not careful about what they're doing at all. And then they play well, I didn't do it. I'm not the one who, whatever. It wasn't me. I'm innocent. Meanwhile, they're like instigating the behavior out of these crazy people. Oh yeah, she would have been Michelle. That's what I'm saying. Michelle would have been bragging about it, or would have done it on a live stream, or somehow, some way, already like said, yeah, like, um, I think she would have. She can't hold a secret. How she can't handle someone giving her $30 for a meal and not blasting it to the world, like, or talking to Trey and all of whatever, that kind of thing. She can't even talk to somebody in her real life without blasting that all over the place. Like, I would have kept like way on the down low that I was talking to any guy, and especially if they were giving me money and everything. Why would you want to like ruin a good thing? Like, she's just really, she's dumb. She's just dumb. I just don't understand how they tied it back to. I want to hear the audio because I don't understand how they were able to tie it back to them calling, Michelle calling about the Bed Bath & Beyond stuff, because Bomb said Michelle actually did make that call, that she was harassing her at Bed Bath & Beyond, but I don't see how she did that because she was live in the store, after the store, like all the way home that day. So that's why I was like, well, maybe Tara called for her saying that she was harassing her at the Bed Bath & Beyond or something. Or I don't understand, like, I don't know if it was tied to the same phone number that was redacted. So, like, that's why it's the same person. So it would be somebody, that's where I'm confused. And that's why I really hope I'm able to get the audio of the actual call, because so many people out here have very distinctive voices and be able to tell who it is or have a good idea. That would have been in November, and Tara was not a mod at the time, but she was begging 50 times a live stream to be a mod at that time. That was in the time period where Tara was like kissing Michelle's butt and like doing the most to try to get modded. So that's why I'm like, well, maybe Tara called at that time period. I don't know. This is why my brain went to Tara. So I was like, well, maybe Tara thought that she would like gain favor to be able to be a mod for Michelle by calling that in on It's a reach. I mean, it really is. It's just, my brain trying to put pieces together. That's all. Yeah, like she was in the bushes, and then like even from the get, my opinion was that she was trying to become a mod for Michelle to do exactly what she's finally done, which was make her own channel, do all of the things. It just took a whole lot longer than I thought. Because I figured she would have done it a lot sooner. But that was my thought with how much she was begging to be a mod back in the day. It was that she was trying to get attention and become known so that way she could do what she's done now and create her own channel. Oh, maybe. Because I thought I'd have to read it because I thought the FOIA read that it tied back to a call about Bob harassing her Michelle, while she was in the Bed Bath and Beyond. That was the way I thought it read, that it was like someone calling saying that Michelle was being harassed. Yeah, Amber was the one who made the call, and she did it on a live stream. Like she was streaming Michelle while she was she was streaming her live while she was in the Bed Bath and Beyond, and called like on the live. Heck, I probably could find the live where she did it because she like basically recorded the phone call because she didn't even mute when she called. Yeah, I know. And it could have been Amber, like trying to, but that was like while they were still, November would have been when Amber and Baum were still okay with each other, except for who knows with Amber because she's freaking insane. So she might have been trying to, I don't even know. Yeah, I don't understand why they redacted it. Personally, I don't. Since it was I could see them redacting it if it was like an uninvolved party asking for the FOIA, but since it was the person that the welfare check was called for, I don't know why they would redact it. Like, like when she texted Toast, because I don't recall calling a welfare check on her. I know Amber did when she texted Toast, but I don't remember Bomb doing it. Yeah, I don't think she ever made calls either. Because there's a few reasons why I don't think yeah, she's lazy. Also, Bomb is way too close and she's afraid of her. And I know she is. Like, she's afraid that Bomb will, like, literally pull up. Yeah, right. Like if somebody used a Google Voice or a text now or something, phone number, the phone number doesn't matter. That's why we need the recording. Yeah, she called while she was in the hospital when she was getting those the toe, but she called her directly. I just don't remember if I'm calling like welfare check or anything like that. I know Amber did when she texted Toast, um, or whatever that video, the whole Toastgate thing. Like she, I know she called a welfare check on her because she again said she was doing it on a live stream. I don't remember her doing that. I'm not saying she didn't. I'm just saying I don't remember it. She could have. I mean, to be fair, like she was really effed up and she almost put her phone down on her freaking griddle. Like she was completely out of it. Yeah, she kind of needed someone to show up and make sure that she didn't like burn her freaking house down. Like that was insane. Like insane. Ooh, Bot called a welfare like that night on the Toast? Because that, hmm. I just like speculating until we have the voice, hopefully we get the voice of the call. It's just fun. Right. She was in, I didn't call because it's not my business. She's in her house. Like, if she burns her house down, I guess she does. Like, how many people that we don't know about do that kind of stuff all the time in their homes, right? Like, your neighbor across the street could be doing that and you have no idea. And that's just like a thing. It's just not my business. So I'm not calling. No, she's not innocent. And it's BS that she says she is. Like, she tries to say, okay, so let's see. MS's sister calling her, or whatever, reaching out to her, and Trey reaching out to her. And then she says that she doesn't go real life. Okay, well, that means they didn't just reach out to you like by magic. They because she says like they texted her. So that means someone somehow got a hold of them first, whether it was her or not, and gave them Bot's info to contact. And like, if you want to sit there and claim that you don't go real life, well, then when her sister, if her sister did contact her, or Trey, if they contact you, you're like, hey, you know what? It's just too much. I'm not doing this. And you make sure that your fucking chat knows that you don't want any of that nonsense and to not try to tell people to reach out to you like that because you're not going real life. Instead, she has people contact them for her or whatever happens and they reach out to her and she's like, oh, well, I'm not the one that did it, but you're still going real life because you're talking to them. She's so, it's just a hypocrite. It's just hypocrisy. It's like, oh, I didn't do it, but you did do it. Has Bomb gone live yet? Because I don't want to, like, she's normally always late, so I just don't want to, I sit in a lot of bushes too. I just don't, okay, cool. Because I'm not about that. I'm just killing time, looking for a reason to not be actually doing what I should be doing, cleaning my garage. That's all. But she's normally always late. In fact, one of the times that she was actually on time for a stream, I was like, holy cow, and gave her a hard time about it. 1:40. Well, that would be 1:40 your time. What's it my time? Uh, so she moved it all of 10 minutes. Wow. Her like in Walmart yesterday was insane. Like, are you getting rid of the dog food? Yes. Walmart's gonna stop carrying dog food. Like, I don't think. Insane. Just insane. I know. I miss her having. I like watching it after the fact, so that way I can put it on 2 times and then also like skip ahead 10 seconds over and over again. So that way when she's doing her thing, like you can take a I don't know 3 hour Michelle stream and turn it into half an hour just by getting rid of all the repeats. That's what some clip channels should do is record her lives and then clip out every single repeat. So like anytime she repeats herself at all, you just clip it out and condense it. That's what somebody should do. That would be the best. I mean, you go to Walmart and you just okay, so you have a diaper on your kid if they're diaper age with nothing else. And whatever clothes doesn't matter how like it could be your kids' clothes and you just squeezed your butt into them or your pajamas or anything. Go in there dressed like a furry. Nobody else will give you a second look. They just that's just Walmart. Like the people of Walmart memes and websites and stuff where they share all this craziness. Yeah, that is terrible to listen to. Um, because she will like constantly um gets distracted, goes all over the place, doesn't make any sense. If she's got somebody on panel, she will just like cut them off to address random things in the chat, like say hi to people, just interrupting and whatever for like no reason. Um, it's just insane. Old ladies in booty shorts and tube tops? What? Oh, she definitely like bounces around. Like she does a lot of fallacy arguments. She does a lot of um you know avoiding the question, and I forget the names of the fallacies, but the fallacy where instead of addressing the question, you point at something else that's completely unrelated. She does a lot of straw man arguments. She does a lot of that stuff, like just deflection. Like, you'll ask her a question and she's like, okay, well, what about when this other person did this other thing? And it's like, that's not what we're here to talk about. Like, we're here to talk about this one thing, and she just can't. Like, it's just insane. All right. Well, I'm gonna I, I kicked myself. I kicked myself because I'm smart. I pulled the bomb, and I kicked myself. Yeah, people watching is so fun. I'm seriously going to be the person who, like, I have a neighbor who does this. So, like the old lady or man neighbor, it goes either way, but they're, old and retired or whatever, and they just sit on their porch and like they're the person that if you want to know anything about anybody in the neighborhood, they know it all because they just sit and watch their, like creepily, like that's me. Give me time. I'm going to be that person. Like for real. I'm gonna be the old lady who it's like, what? Who's, what's going on down at this house? I know who I'll ask. Yep, that's gonna be me. Do it. Make spy videos. Like of just the weird people, like doing weird things in Walmart. I would totally watch that because they're so weird. People are weird. That's why they're fun to watch. Like they're just fun to watch because people and their habits and behaviors are so weird. Oh, for sure. Like if you're EMS and like I don't know about where you're at. The EMS people here when they're in the ambulances, they have like kind of like assigned parking plate like spots where they're supposed to be like stationed or whatever, like some parking lot where they're supposed to be stationed. And like if that were me, I would totally just be sitting there like watching people and laughing about them. Because I also like when I'm watching people, I if I'm sitting with someone else, I'll make up like fun conversations about what they're saying and doing and stuff. 'Cause I'm weird. So, you know, Tragic's gonna be over there like, get off my lawn. She's gonna be chasing him around with her walker. She'd be like, I'm gonna get you. She's gonna Tragic's gonna have the house where like nobody wants to go trick or treating because it's like or where like if the ball rolls into her yard, they're gonna be like too afraid to go get it. They're be like, I'm not going in her yard. She's crazy. What the hell? How did you just walk over there when your lung collapsed? What in the actual? I can't imagine that if my lung collapsed, I'm going to be like, you know what I'm going to do is walk to the ambulance. Oh my God. I mean, it may have been quicker than calling and going through dispatch and all of that, especially because, like, some of those 911 operators ask, like, a bajillion questions and whatever. And obviously, if your lungs collapse, you're not going to really be wanting to talk an awful lot. So did they put it, did they just quickly put in a tube, like put a thing in, like through your rib or whatever to like reinflate it real quick before you even got to the hospital? Because like I know that's sometimes what depends on. I guess it depends on why your lung collapse, but I know a lot of times they just have to like put in like a little chest tube, like basically whatever, like a little straw in your side to reinflate it. Yeah, she is. Tragic's a beast. She's she's the type of person that if you like described her to somebody, right? Or if she was a character in a movie or something, that people would be like, this is not realistic. Like it's just not. Like this is not a person. They'd be like, I liked that movie, but see, before taking my so I have one kid that has all sorts of stuff. And when he was in the NICU, um, due to his stuff, it made it easy for a feeding tube, like a NSG, a nasal feeding tube, to go into his left lung, which is very hard to do. Because typically, if a feeding tube goes into a lung, it goes into your right lung. But any case, his went into his left lung and out the bottom. And when they listened for placement, it's going to sound like it's in the stomach because it was in the chest cavity right above his stomach. And then they fed him and he crashed. And that's kind of what they did is they just put a thing in his side of his chest to equalize the pressure. And one of the doctors came in and basically put a syringe back on the feeding tube and sucked out as much of the food as they could. Um, it was pretty intense because yeah, it was intense. Okay, I am gonna go. Let's go watch Bob. Bye, guys.